Hi everyone, this is Prashad Parthiban. Today I am going to take a quick training on declaration page in policy contract. Most of you know, if you have a homeowners policy or a commercial policy like workers' compensation, you will get a policy contract document from the insurance company. So that document is going to have different kinds of information, and the primary information that you will see in that contract document, and the first and foremost document will be declaration page. So this is a more of summary document that is going to list all critical policy information, like who is the insured, what kind of limits they have. So this document is going to be a specific document that is going to be unique for each customer. If you take other sections of the policy contract, it will be more generic. So all the coverages will be repeated, etc. But this document is a very critical document because this information is going to be unique information for each customer. So as definition, as I told you, it's a summary document that outlines key details of the insurance policy. Now, as I told you, you can have all critical information. To start with, it will say what is the policy number, like what is the policy period. Like if you have 1 year policy, sometimes customers can have extended policy or short-term policy. So it's going to have the effective date, expiration date, name of the insured, mailing address. The reason they have mailing address is the customer can have exposures in multiple locations, but all the documents have to be sent to the mailing address. So the agent information, most of the commercial lines, as most of you know, they work through the agent, so they'll have the agent information, their location, etc. Premium, right, very important, right? How much is the premium, how much is the taxes, how much is the fee, etc. will be clearly documented in the policy information section. The next one is insured information, right? Like, if you take commercial insurance, that can be multiple type of companies, right? Like, corporation or sole proprietor. So it will have what kind of company it is, or the description, right? What kind of business they do, and their locations, right? Like most of you know, for property policies, we need to capture the location so that if something happens to the location, it will be covered. Also, we'll have all coverage information, right? Like you'll have different forms. When you say forms, for example, if you take a property policy, you'll have builder's risk, you may have property form, right? So different forms that are part of this policy will be documented. Limits, right? What is the limit? Sometimes policy can have limits at the policy level. Sometimes policy can have limits at the location level, building level. So those kind of details will be in the limit section. Deductible, most of you know, sometimes customers will have deductibles like 2,500 or 5,000. As a result, they will have less premium. If there is a loss, once they are satisfying the deductible requirements, after that the insurance company will start paying. Endorsements, because if you take the plain policies, it will be like plain vanilla, right? Standard policy. If you have a unique scenario for your business, like if you want a flood coverage, then you have to add it as an endorsement to the existing policies. Those endorsements will also be clearly documented in the endorsement section. Covered states, very important, right? What are the different states where you have required policy coverage? Then, as most of you know, in commercial lines, we have property section, we have liability section. Property is first party, liability is third party. In case of property, if something happens to your location or your building or your property, it is covered. Whereas in liability, if you do something as a result, a third party is getting injured, then you have liability. So in the declaration page, you will see property information, maybe the description of the property, location of the property, and the construction type, valuation method, maybe if it's a replacement cost or actual cash value. Those information will be under property section. When it comes to liability, you will have liability policy information. Like if you take workers' compensation, you have classification code, number of employees, because if something happens to your employees, you as a company have to take care of it. So you'll have all this information. Similarly, commercial auto, you'll have vehicles owned, etc., etc. Now, apart from this information, right, again, don't take this as a consolidated list. I just wanted to give a feel of what is declaration document. This could be a very subset of what you have in the declaration, but this is going to give you a feel of what kind of information we'll have. It can have more than this. Just want to give you some overall high level information. Apart from that, you will have mortgage, right? Say example, if you have homeowners, you are not going to pay the entire money, you have mortgage, you will have mortgage listed there because they will have to receive the documents along with you. Certificate of insurance like workers' compensation, if you have a contractor, If you are going to service a building, you need to show the certificate of insurance, so insurance company have to give you. So they will be in the additional information session. But the core point you need to remember is, this is a summarized document that is going to have the critical information of the policy, so that it's unique to each customer. Whereas the other documents like insuring agreement, other stuff will be common. Whereas this document is very critical, and as a customer, as an agent, it is very important for you to review this document line by line. Once again, thank you so much for your continuous support. Have a great day. Bye-bye.